If only you could come from the good place again. Well, now, another good piece of news. You can. Because the good is still there. And it is your conscience. See? Which you may not. When you were a little child, you were very much aware of your conscience, weren't you? If you got mad at your mommy, you felt bad. That was your conscience from God. But now you may not be aware of it much. You do bad things, selfish things. You don't even realize it. See? But once in a while, you still feel your conscience, and that's from God. It's intuition, now 20/20 hindsight. So that means that God's light is still there. And the possibility of being reformed is still there because it's there. It can reform you. See, the light contains everything, like sunlight. It has both love and light. It has both warmth and light in it. And the inner light from God is perfectly capable of changing you back. See, Christ was able to change water into wine instantly. He was able to make fish and bread instantly. He was able to bring someone back to life. He was able to heal their eyes instantly. So he can change you instantly. But there's a kind of a process involved, because the thing about God is that he wants you to be able to see. He wants you to understand what's going on and to assent to it, and to realize that God is somehow helping you, and to kind of like that and to want to do that. You see what I mean? He doesn't force anything on you. Unlike the other guy who forces everything on you. See, bad people, misguided people, willful people. They're always pressuring something on you, aren't they? Well, not God. But anyway, so now you see that something was operating through you and is operating through you. It's a little scary, but it's good in that now you know it's not you. So what are you guilty of? Well, the thing you're guilty of is not wanting to admit you're wrong and denying conscience when it makes you aware that you're doing something that's not quite right. So if you could just admit in the light, in God's light, in the light of conscience, if you could just admit, if you're doing something wrong, you're being impatient with your children, or you're resenting your husband or something, and you just see it, and you regret it, you realize you can't change yourself, you can't make yourself good, you just see it in God's light, see? And what else can you do? Well, you can yearn. Yearn for the good the Father you've never known. Yearn to be different, realizing you can't make yourself different. Yearning to know what's right and do what's right, and realizing that you don't know what's right. See? And then he'll begin to do his magic. That's right. He'll begin to do his magic on you. And within a short amount of time, in a sense, instantaneously. But like I said, drawn out over time, so that there's a lot of things for you to see, to understand, to realize, to say, oh, now I understand why my mom was that way. She couldn't help herself. Something was in her compelling her, just like something's been in me. Oh, now I see what I was doing. I see what's wrong with ambition, with setting goals, and with resenting people. I see now. I see why I mustn't be impatient with my children. See, you begin to see all those kinds of things. It's very beautiful. And it's good. And it's nice. And it's nice to know that God is there and watching over you. It's very nice to know. So I think I've said a lot today, and I think I'll stop now. I've made some good videos lately about God's grace, about emotions, why you mustn't be emotional, why you mustn't react. Why you mustn't react. Made some very good videos lately. And this is a good one too. Why not take a little time and start meditating with a little meditation that I have? Could do you a lot of good.